This is Ash here from NTV Studios. We are back with another live stream. It looks like I am going to get a chance to live stream after all today. We are having a bit more of a, I guess, quieter day. We've got a lot of stuff done, so I can't really see myself live streaming tomorrow. I might be able to for a little bit on the night, but in terms of the daytime, I can't see myself live streaming then, and then obviously the day after, I actually go away on holiday, so there won't be any live streams. As of then and there might be a few videos going up just of my sort of like, you know, some like things on the holiday. Because we're going to watch motorbikes, you see, and basically I might just upload a couple of clips of when the bikes go whizzing by, like when they come like proper quick, like really quick, early, you know, when they come really quickly. So I've got something to show you, and I'm going to show you it, and it is the new East Noble buses. Yep, so if you guys did not know, you haven't been following the city stream or the sort of storyline around the city, there's kind of like loads of made up stories to do with making the city pretend it's like a running city, and one of the bus companies in the city, well, the only bus company, is called East Noble Buses, and basically buses what go around the city, will also go to other places, other towns and cities, and there used to be a depot where they all used to park at the other side of the map. We're in the new side, as you can see, the police station, the Eiffel Tower, and basically we've moved them. They have moved location, and the other place was getting knocked down, not the Twin Towers above, but the other place was getting knocked down, and there's going to be some shops built underneath of the two towers, and then there's going to be park space around them. So for example, there'll be trees, benches, I might even put a map of the world in that park as well. You know, not all the like starting points, but I shall put like a map of the world in there anyway, and stuff like that. And then it's just basically gonna be like a little sort of chill out / walking area. But East Noble buses went, but where did they go to? Well, East Noble buses have now moved here to this location, so they're a little bit more out of the way of the busy area. It's still pretty busy around this area, as you've got the Sandstone Bay shopping centre, you've got the obviously bridges coming down, you've still got some pretty mainish looking roads and things like that. You've still got some turnings, and you know, for entrances and things like that. You've obviously, you know, got quite a fair bit going on. The job centres, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on around this area, but they're not in the main downtown area, so this will get busy if you're shopping, but it is a good place for the buses to park at night. They're also opposite the bus station, so the bus station is kind of like one of the main stations of Los Ashley's. There's going to be more than one, but this is going to be like the main one. So basically, like, this will be one of the main ones, and when the buses come, when they like start the day, you know, the driver gets ready to do his bus routes for the day, he'll jump in a bus, and then he may only just have to come across here to pick up the first people at the shopping centre bus station. And then he'll maybe go into town, he'll maybe go into some other areas of the city. Some buses will, you know, take a bit of a longer bus ride around the city to go to some of the other places. Some buses will, for example, only go to short distances. Like there might, for example, from here, there might be a little miniature bus which runs down to the beach, and you know, maybe stops off at a few sort of residential housing areas along the way to the beach, which I'm going to be putting in. And then there might be sort of like another miniature bus which maybe just goes over the bridge into the other side of the city and just stops off at a bus station in the downtown area, which I am going to be doing one in that area as well, so you can get off and, you know, go to all the skyscrapers. And then there might be a longer bus which, for example, might might leave Los Ashley's. It might take you, you know, from one place to another. Now obviously there isn't going to be a bus which goes from here to Sandstone Bay. There might be a coach what does that, but there isn't going to be a normal service bus from here to Sandstone Bay, because if you actually look on the weather map, actually it's my NAT type isn't working, that's so you can't talk in the party. Oh, okay. Hi. Yeah, so if you look, like, Los Ashley's and Sandstone Bay are actually at the opposite side of the country to each other, opposite side of the Minecraft country. So basically we have a load of made up stuff inside of this map, like my city is on this made up country called Minecraft, with a load of other of my friends' cities, and some of them are basically located around the country, and some of them are pretty far away from each other. Like, for example, like they're a matter of some places you have to some places you'll have to you know, like, take motorways to get to them, because they're a matter of like maybe 30, 40, 50 miles away from each other. Tell Pro I can't talk in the party. I've muted him at the moment because he had an echo and I started to stream, but he knows that you keep getting that type, so, because he says every time you leave, but you get the point. Alright, so I just went wrong here. Yeah, so if you actually look, this is Los Ashley's. So Sandstone Bay is actually just a bit further down the country and at the other side of the country. So this is like sort of like almost near the dead bottom, as in you can't go any further on the Minecraft country, and Sandstone Bay is this little like beachy area there. So you've got Los Ashley's, so there might be a bus what maybe runs down to Newtown City or Badgertown, but in terms of sort of Sandstone Bay and Kingston City, it's not really going to go that far. Now, bearing in mind, this is just a larger sort of smaller scale of the map, should I say. So, for example, if this was a real map and you were to zoom in on it, you would get loads of little towns and villages, and you would sort of see that Sandstone Bay would actually be really far away. But this is just sort of the map showing the main places in the Minecraft country. It's not showing like little outskirt villages and little market towns and stuff like that. It's sort of just showing the sort of like main city. So Noble City is just up from Los Ashley's, so there could maybe be a bus which does run there, but it is still going to be quite far. So for example, buses coming out of Los Ashley's may go to places like Badgertown, and then it may go to like little miniature towns and you know, sort of like places around the Los Ashley's area. But for example, if you want to go to places, bus from Los Ashley's to Riften, yeah, so for Riften, Riften again is quite far up, so again you would probably more than likely get a coach there. You wouldn't just get your normal service bus there, because bearing in mind this is midway up, so it's going to be pretty far from here. It's going to be quite a lot of miles to get to Riften, but you get the point. This is just like a zoomed out scale of the map. So yeah, East Noble buses have moved anyway, and they're in a better location, in my opinion. But where on earth 100% is the old bus depot gone? Is it there? Is it dead? Is it alive? Well, unfortunately, it is dead. It's dead. There is nothing here anymore in terms of this. There's nothing here. There's no such thing as the bus depot anymore. So this is in the middle of redevelopment. at the moment. So there's no such thing as the entrance in here. This was where the old entrance was, and then about here would be where the actual front would go, like that. And are you making a new country and islands? We have a new country, but in terms of building on it, we won't be like ever building anything to do with it. Well, I think KD City is, but basically we have a country called Kyletopia, and basically there's a town, cities on that country. So you'll be able to get a plane to different countries. So I'll make up, like when I do the airport, I'll be making up like planes going to like different countries. But in terms of building on them, it'll be sort of like, you know, because obviously I'd want to represent different languages if I was to do that. So I would probably just more than likely stick to building in the Minecraft country, and then obviously you've got the Isle of Steve, which is where Jabbo's got his city, the Marseille, and then you've got Stephenport and stuff like that. But there will be some other other cities as well as the Minecraft country, and stuff like that, like sort of made up reference places, I guess you can say. Like, you don't ever actually go to them within this map and the other maps, but they are referenced on signs and things like that, and airports and whatnot, which is you know, something to think about. But yeah, they've moved anyway, so they're now at this side of the river, and I've got park development to do at that side. When I get round to it, I'll probably do it when I come back off of my holiday, maybe, depending on what I feel. But this is the new place anyway. This is the new bus depot itself. This is where they are now. The bin place is going to move at some point, but I don't think I want to do them near each other. I think I'm going to put the bin place at the other side of the highway. So, you know, like sort of like where the NTV studios and that is, around that area. I think I'm going to do it somewhere around there, like where all the wagons park, in that sort of area of the city. I might even do it like really close to that SBSC one, or something like that, depending on what goes down. You're getting pretty close to the stadium there, but we'll have to see what goes down and what we feel like doing. So we've had a change of bus colours as well. The LA bus colours are now yellow and black. Red and black rather, is what I'm thinking, and this is meant to be the Route Master. So if you don't know what the Route Master is, the Route Master was like an oldish bus, which used to go around London quite a lot of years ago. I think they finished in 2005, but they'd been serving like since the 50s or 60s or something, and basically there was a conductor on, and you basically got on at the back. There was like a little pole, then you'd get the stairs, and then you would basically, have your seats and everything, and then there'd be an upstairs as well. Which just reminds me, I just need to break this because I updated the bus a bit. But yeah, basically that's what they are. So this is meant to be like an older bus, because in Los Ashley's there's going to be some newer buses, but this one is going to be an older bus. So they've kind of kept the older bus still going, but they don't have loads of them, so there'll be a few of them, but there'll also be a lot of like newer double deckers. But this is one of the older ones which they still use from the Route Master. But this is actually called the X Route. There'll be the X Route buses. So you've got X47 red bus. It's actually the red bus, X red bus. So the X47 red bus, which goes to Sandstone Bay bus station, which is just basically that bus station right there. So this bus would go somewhere else along the city, and this bus here won't be the X. So this is like a newer bus, so this will be like maybe the M line or something like that, and that's probably more than likely going to go down to the beach. There's going to be a north side and a south side to the beach. So the north side is going to have like all the docks and everything like that. So the north side isn't going to be as pretty as the south side. When I do the beach, it's going to have the docks near it. It might have a little bit of beach area as well. It might also have a rundown broken pier as well. And then the south side, which is where the airport is going to be, the airport is actually going to be where the airport is going to be. That's going to be all modern and nice. So like you get these sort of, so at the south side you get the sort of pier with the Ferris wheel, you get the theme park and the roller coasters, you get all the fun things to do on the beach, the outdoor water parks and stuff like that, you know, some like holiday home caravan parks. And then right towards the sort of like edge of the map, at the side, you're gonna sort of like get this you're gonna get like the, you know, the sort of airport where the busy highway will get to it, which I think will be pretty good, in my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. But I need to like think of like M routes and T routes and stuff like that, and D routes. Maybe the D route can go into like the downtown area and stuff like that. So who knows? It'll be quite good. I think it'll be a pretty cool idea. There's another coach here. I don't really like this one, Cobblestone Bay Express. Someone else did it. It needs a higher window because a coach is higher than a single decker. This is meant to be a single. This is meant to be an actual coach, not a thing like that. But I kind of like Cobblestone Express for like a coach line where they take you on holidays to other sort of like, you know, towns and things, you know, where you sort of go like on a two night away in a Sandstone Bay or something like that, you know, or go and visit the Great Castle in Riften City, and you know, then you get a night in a hotel and then you go and ride on a steam train the next day, and then you sort of get taken back home, back to Los Ashleys. And yeah, Noob Killer did do that, I'm afraid. So really, initial plans for the city itself is, one, to take that village down, because that's really a buggy and annoying. And then I would like to sort of start doing some houses behind here. So like behind this Tesco is sort of like going to be a kind of not the end of the shopping area. There's still going to be quite a few shops, but you're going to get sort of like this side of the thingy right here, like this side of the Tesco's, running down here, and then heading this way. Further back there is going to be a housing estate. This is going to be like an actual estate, like a little bit of a rough estate kind of thing, where you get like a lot of different houses down this estate, and you get like Park Drive, Park Close, Park Court. Mate, I'm actually doing an old Great Castle in my city, lol. Fair enough then. Fair enough then. Oh yeah, I never finished this. But yeah, I've got plans for my map. I didn't really. I was thinking of a castle, in my head, like when I said it, like I was thinking, like, just example, like you could go and visit a castle, and then I was thinking, well, it would be like a great old castle if it was like you were touring it, and then there would have been a story behind it years ago. That's sort of like, and then I just thought, well, great old castle would be, you know, quite a decent sort of name to use. I quite like the idea of the great old castle. Old great castle, whatever you want to call it. I know it does sound a bit weird, like how did I guess it, but I don't really know. Other than the fact that old great castle or great old castle was in my mind. There we go. We've actually done the length, we've almost done the, well we've actually like, we've built to the length of the map, look. Can you see how we've like built from one side to the other now? So we've like literally done the whole entire length of the other map, if that sort of makes sense. So like for example, you can go like at this side of the map. You see how it like goes from one end to the other? Well, now this one does the same. But all we need to do is start building it further back. My city is going to be full of parks and tourist attractions. There's going to be a few in mine. I'm sort of, I guess now, like with the Eiffel Tower, the museum, and this area of the map, I've finally just started to build them. Some of them. But yeah, you can go from one end of the map to the other. You can check out the eye as well. There's the bridge. Still need to do more to that. Whoa, holy smokes-a-roonies. Holy smokes-a-roonies. Rooney woonies. I did not see this. I did not see that coming. Alright, that makes me curious to check other parts of the map, obviously. Let me just get an empty bucket. Holy smokes-a-roonies. Rooney woonies. Rooney wooney woonies. Somebody's been a naughty boy. I know that it was Tom Coombs because he joined the world yesterday and I gave him permissions to write a sign. Just write a sign quickly. And instead of writing a sign, he quickly left the game. Or it could have been the day before. I gave him permissions and he wrote a sign saying I'm not going to grief. But I know someone who will. And then he left the game before he had chance to get rid of his permissions again. So when he joined next, he still had permission, so he'd have quickly placed lava. Like he'd have probably made sure he had a lava bucket in his hand, and then he'd have quickly placed the lava, like, you know, like as soon as he joined, and then I would have teleported him, and then obviously the lava would have spread. But I can get rid of it though. I mean, it's already going down. I mean, look at it here, it's already practically gone. But I better just like, I don't think it's anywhere else because, like I say, I would have teleported him pretty quickly, but you just got to make sure of these things. Pretty certain it should be alright though. So yeah.